The Arleigh Burke-class of guided missile destroyers, DDGs, is a United States Navy class of destroyer centered around the Aegis Combat System and the SPI-1D multifunction passive electronically scanned array radar. The class is named for Admiral Arleigh Burke, an American destroyer officer in World War II and later Chief of Naval Operations. With an overall length of 505 to 509.5 feet, 153.9 to 155.3 m, displacement ranging from 8,300 to 9,700 tons, and weaponry including over 90 missiles, the Arleigh Burke-class destroyers are larger and more heavily armed than many previous classes of guided missile cruisers. These warships are multi-mission destroyers able to conduct anti-aircraft warfare with Aegis and surface-to-air missiles, tactical land strikes with Tomahawk missiles, anti-submarine warfare (ASW) with towed array sonar, anti-submarine rockets and ASW helicopters, and anti-surface warfare (ASW) with ship-to-ship missiles and guns. With upgrades to their AN Spy-1 radar systems and their associated missile payloads as part of the Aegis Ballistic Missile Defense System, as well as the introduction of the AN SPY-6 radar system, the class has also evolved capability as mobile anti-ballistic missile and anti-satellite platforms. The lead ship of the class, USS Arleigh Burke, was commissioned during Admiral Burke's lifetime on the 4th of July 1991. With the decommissioning of the last Spruance-class destroyer, USS Cushing, on the 21st of September 2005, the Arleigh Burke-class ships became the US Navy's only active destroyers until the Zumwalt-class became active in 2016. The Arleigh Burke-class has the longest production run of any US Navy surface combatant. As of October 2023, all 73 built are active, with 19 more planned to enter service. The Arleigh Burke-class ships are among the largest destroyers built in the United States. Only the Spruance, Kidd, 563 feet or 172 m, and Zumwalt classes, 600 feet or 180 m, are longer. The Arleigh Burke-class was designed with a new large waterplane area hull form characterized by a wide flaring bow, which significantly improves sea-keeping ability and permits high speed in high sea states. The class's design incorporates stealth techniques such as the angled rather than traditional vertical surfaces and the raked tripod mainmast, which make the ship more difficult to detect by radar. Its designers incorporated lessons from the Ticonderoga-class cruiser, which the Navy deemed too expensive to continue building and difficult to upgrade further. For these destroyers, the US Navy returned to all-steel construction, except the mast made of aluminum. The Ticonderogas had combined a steel hull with a superstructure made of lighter aluminum to reduce top weight, but the lighter metal proved vulnerable to cracking. Aluminum is also less fire-resistant than steel. A 1975 fire aboard USS Belknap gutted her aluminum superstructure. Battle damage to Royal Navy ships exacerbated by their aluminum superstructures during the 1982 Falklands War supported the decision to use steel. Other lessons from the Falklands War led to the Navy's decision to protect the Arleigh Burke-class's vital spaces with double-spaced steel layers, which create a buffer against anti-ship missiles, ASMs, and Kevlar spall liners. Arleigh Burke destroyers are equipped with ANSLQ-32 electronic warfare, EW suites that provide electronic support. Vessels with the SLQ-32, V, 3, SLQ-32, V, 6 or SLQ-32, V7 variant have an additional capability to jam targeting and ASM guidance radar. The destroyers have Mark 36 infrared and chaff decoy launchers, as well as Nolka decoy launchers for spoofing incoming anti-ship missiles. For defeating incoming torpedoes, the class has two Nixie-towed countermeasures. The ship's prairie maskers can reduce their radiated noise. A collective protection system makes the Arleigh Burke-class the first US warships designed with an air filtration system against nuclear, biological and chemical warfare, NBC. Other NBC defences include double airlocked hatches, pressurised compartments, and an external countermeasure washdown system. The class's electronics are hardened against electromagnetic pulses. Fire suppression equipment includes water sprinklers in the living quarters and Combat Information Centre, CIC. The CIC is below the waterline. The Arleigh Burke-class are multi-mission ships with numerous combat systems, including anti-aircraft missiles, land attack missiles, ship-to-ship missiles, and an anti-submarine warfare ASW system. Missiles are stored in and fired from Mark 41 Vertical Launching System (VLS) cells. With 90 cells on flights Y2 and 96 cells starting with flight to AA, the Arleigh Burkes are more heavily armed than many preceding guided missile cruiser classes. The Arleigh Burke-class destroyer is equipped with the Aegis Combat System, which combines information from the ship's sensors to display a coherent image of the environment and guides weapons to targets using advanced tracking and fire control. Their main radar differs from traditional mechanically rotating radars. Instead, Aegis uses the AN/SPY-1D passive electronically scanned array, or the AN/SPY-6 active electronically scanned array on Flight the 3 ships, which allows continual tracking of targets simultaneous to area scans. The system's computer control also allows centralization of the previously separate tracking and targeting functions. The system is resistant to electronic countermeasures. The standard missile SM-2MR/ER and SM-6 provide area air defense, though they may also be used in a secondary ASW role. The SM-2 uses semi-active radar homing, SR, meaning that up to 3 targets may be simultaneously intercepted, since the Arleigh Burkes have 3 AN/SPG-62 fire control radars for terminal target illumination. The SM-6, which provides over-the-horizon defense, and the SM-2 Block the 3C feature a dual-mode seeker with active radar homing, ARH capability. They do not have to rely on external illumination, so more targets could theoretically be intercepted simultaneously. Arleigh Burke-class ships feature the Navy's latest AN/SEQ-89 ASW combat system, which is integrated with Aegis. It encompasses the AN/SQS-53C bow-mounted sonar and a towed array sonar, though several flight-to-AA ships do not have a towed array. The towed array is either the AN/SQR-19 Tactical Towed Array Sonar Tactus or the newer TB-37U Multifunction Towed Array MFTA. The ships carry standoff RUM-139 anti-submarine rockets, which have a range of 22 kilometers and deploy the Mark 54 ASW torpedo. For short-range defense against submarines, they have 2 Mark 32 triple torpedo tubes, one to the port side and one to the starboard side, that can fire the Mark 46, Mark 50 and Mark 54 ASW torpedoes. The ships can detect anti-ship mines at a range of about 1,400 meters. All ships of the class are fitted with at least one Phalanx Close-In Weapon System, CIWs, which provides point defense against air and surface threats. 8 ships, DDG-51, DDG-64, DDG-71, DDG-75, DDG-78, DDG-80, DDG-84, DDG-117 are equipped with 1 CRAM CIWs to improve their self-defense. Arleigh Burkes can also carry 2 25mm Mk38 machine gun systems, one on each side of the ship, designed to counter fast surface craft. There are numerous mounts for crew-served weapons like the M2 Browning. Located on the forward deck is the 5-inch, 127mm Mark 45 gun. Directed by the Mark 34 gun weapon system, it can be used in anti-ship, anti-air, and naval gunfire support roles. It can fire 1620 rounds per minute and has a range of 13 nautical miles, 24 kilometers. Arleigh Burkes can stow 685-inch rounds. As of 2023, 6 destroyers, DDG-100, DDG-104, DDG-105, DDG-106, DDG 111, DDG 113 are equipped with the Optical Dazzling Interdictor, Navy, ODIN, a directed energy weapon that can target unmanned vehicles. DDG 88 is equipped with the higher power high energy laser and integrated optical dazzler with surveillance, Helios.